goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, 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 hello. If you haven't come in yet, please come on and make your way in. Sit down and grab a seat. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 24th Annual Spring Celebration of the Youth Advocacy Foundation. Yes, come on, give it up. Yes. This year, it's highlighting the importance of literacy, ending the cradle-to-prison pipeline, and the school-to-prison pipeline, as we all know. My name is DeLon Grant. Some of you may recognize me from the waist up. Yes, or in a screen if I had a box here. I hosted this event in 2020 and 2021 for the online event, and I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back here. Yes, thank you. Give it up for me. Give it up for me. I'm so glad to be back here with you in the flesh, meeting some of you for the first time, seeing you in your eyes. Thank you for having me. As you expect, there's a lot of importance that's happening tonight, right? YAF does important work, as you all know, on behalf of the kids of Massachusetts. That's why you're here. So tonight will be a reminder, but also a celebration of what we've accomplished this year and looking forward to what we can do in the next fiscal year. And yes, when I say we, I do mean we. By we, I mean everybody in this room. We'll have a chance to honor a community organization, an individual champion of justice, and an incredible pro bono attorney. You will also hear from two incredible clients of the organization who will share their struggles with the education system and how advocacy from YAF and EdLaw made all the difference in their lives. For the first time at a YAF event, you also are going to hear from the Voices Group, which are past, yes, go ahead, yep, yes. So the Voices Group, they're past clients and families. They're talking about a moving art exhibition that they have going. I don't know if you've seen it. It's in the foyer. It's kind of on the back pillar right here. I got to see one of the quotes in one of the pictures before we started. It was amazing. I'm going to mess up the quote, but it basically said, you know, when you tell people that they're bad, how do you not expect them to behave like that, right? It's the first one to the left. I think Milton did it. It's really kind of, yeah. It's really, really amazing and very, very moving. So if you haven't seen that yet, please, when you go out for dessert or when you go out to get a drink again, please look at that because that's amazing as well. Of course, you know there will be a chance to support YAF's work. That's why we're here, should you be so moved. Throughout the night, I'll be reminding you about bidding on the silent auction items. Those are in the back room along the wall. Those are amazing as well. Some of those will still be on auction toward the end of the night during dessert, so you'll be able to keep your eye on your phone. We'll be able to do it the whole time, but even after the event is done, you'll be able to do that as well. And that's in the Stratton Rogers room. For those of you watching at home, I don't know where you are. Is that right there over there? Hi, welcome to the event. It's good to see you. You too can donate. Just go to the link at the bottom of your screen and hit donate. Okay, I just want to talk a little bit about why I'm here and stop reading from the script and tell you my story. Michelle didn't know this and Jackie didn't know this when I first started hosting these events. I was a little bit of a lot of a misguided youth, I call it. I didn't like going to school. There was no reason for me to go to that building. I'm dyslexic. Reading has always been a struggle for me. And I didn't have a community. I was a poor black gay kid in a very straight middle-class white town. And I auditioned for a play. My theater director from high school was told by the vice principal not to put me in the play. She did anyway, and my grades changed. I found community. I found people who were weird like me, who liked singing and dancing and acting. My GPA changed. I became the class president, the student council president, the homecoming king. Thank you. I went to a Big Ten school, University of Michigan. I went to grad school here in Boston, the Boston Conservatory of Music. I teach now there. I was on Broadway for 5 years. I toured with another Broadway show. That's not to point out my own accolades. That's to say, advocacy counts advocacy matters. That was one teacher who defied what the system was trying to do to a young kid, and it changed my life. It changed my life. Enough about me. Now I want to bring up. Oh, yes, you too. Now I'm pleased to bring to the stage Ducci Gonsalves, who is the chair of the board of YAF. Yes. Let me tell you a little bit more about Ducci, who has all of the titles. She's also the Deputy of General Counsel and Director of YAD, which is the Youth Advocacy Division of the Committee for Public Counsel Services, also known as CPCS. Ducci will welcome everyone and share a few words about the challenges we're facing with the new administration, which are a lot, and all their decisions. And then she will be pleased to announce the winner of the Community Justice Award. Go on, Ducci.
Thank you. I am not as tall as you, even with my heels on, so I'm going to have to lower the mic. Good evening, everyone. Woo! So happy to see all of you here today. It really is a true honor to be here tonight to celebrate our 24th annual Youth Advocacy Foundation celebration. Woo! Thank you for being here, not just to support our mission, but to stand in community with us at a moment when that solidarity means more than ever. Before we get started, just a quick thank yous. First, this beautiful event that we've been having for years now wouldn't be possible without the commitment, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears of Michelle, Jackie, and Marlise, and our board, as well as our staff at the Ed Law Project. So a big thank you to all of you. We also wouldn't be here without our sponsors, so a big shout out to our sponsors. Thank you for your continued support. And lastly, thank you. I want to thank our Chief Counsel of, and you got it right, Committee for Public Counsel Services, CPCS at the State Public Defender's Office, but Anthony Benedetti, who's our Chief Counsel and has always been supportive of YAF as well as Ed Law. I don't see, oh, Anthony's way in the back. Thank you, Anthony. So we are gathered here tonight at a time of deep uncertainty. Across the country, we are seeing shifts in the federal landscapes that are rolling back protections, threatening essential supports, and making life even harder for families who are already on edge. Resources are stretched thinner, safety nets are fraying, and those who are already vulnerable, low-income families, system-involved youth, and communities of color are being asked to bear the greatest weight. It's in moments like this, when the system seems to pull back, that the importance of organizations like the Youth Advocacy Foundation, One Can Help, and so many of our community partners is critical. Because when policy retreats, people can still advance. When institutions stall, communities step in. That is exactly what tonight's Community Justice Award recipient, One Can Help, has done consistently, compassionately, and with remarkable impact. We gather tonight not only to celebrate our collective work, but to spotlight a partner whose commitment to equity and justice has never wavered. One Can Help, this year's recipient of the Community Justice Award, is just that. As someone who has represented youth in juvenile court and now oversees youth defense across Massachusetts, I've seen firsthand how One Can Help can transform lives. One Can Help has moved the needle and changed lives for youth and families trying to navigate systems that don't always see them fully and sometimes do not support them adequately. The individualized and timely resources that One Can Help provides has had a profound impact on the lives of youth and families. Whether it's a bus pass, a laptop, football cleats, or a membership to the YMCA, these are often the difference between progress and setback, between staying together or falling apart. In these times when public support systems are being weakened, organizations like One Can Help are stepping in, providing basic, urgent, equitable support. This is equity work. This is racial justice work, because the families that are being left behind in the system are disproportionately families of color. The barriers are systemic, and the outcomes are unjust. Unless we meet these inequities with intentional, targeted support, we are simply reinforcing the very harms that we seek to undo. That's why tonight's award means so much. The Community Justice Award isn't just a recognition. It's a call to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep offering help when and where it's most needed. So, while we face a landscape of uncertainty, we do not face it alone. We face it with partners like One Can Help, who remind us that direct help is not just a stopgap, it is a lifeline, that compassion can be immediate, and that hope, especially in times like these, is a radical and necessary act. Please join me in celebrating this year's Community Justice Award recipient, One Can Help, who will, Ray will be accepting the honor for One Can Help. Thank you.
Well, on behalf of One Can Help, and I thank you very much, and I thank YAD for doing all the great work that they do as well. For those of you who are not familiar with One Can Help, we have existed for 19 years, providing financial support to children and families involved in the juvenile court system, or GCF, throughout the state. With regard to educational issues, we have provided funds for tablets and laptops, both for students and their parents who need to maintain contact with schools through Zoom meetings. We fund clothing for children so they can feel good about themselves. We provide funds for transportation so that parents can attend school meetings and can visit with children who are in residential care. We provide funding for children who have passions, like our MC, providing dance lessons, music lessons, acting, sports, etc. These are only a few of the things we address, and we encourage all professionals who have families fitting our criteria to apply to our organization. Thank you very much.
All right. Continuing on, now I'm pleased to call to the stage Ed Law Senior Counsel and also the Executive Director of YAF, the heroine herself, Miss Michelle Scavangelli, who will introduce our Pro Bono Attorney of the Year.
Thank you, Delon. I'm the person that's making everybody go fast, but I am going to take 20 seconds. I just have to say, as you've wandered tonight and maybe you've bought raffle tickets or you checked in or you looked over at the AV, I have to say for me, YAF is a family affair. I have 3 of my children here, 2 of my grandchildren working, and my husband is there with our friends. So I love my family. And this lady, it was bad enough for Marlise to have to work with me and Jackie. Today she got the full family effect. Anyway, I am so happy to be able to introduce our Pro Bono Attorney of the Year. I just have to say quickly, I met her in a very special way. You know that Italy trip? I advise you to bid on it. You can't go to Italy for 4 people for a week in a villa in the most charming village in Tuscany for $2,500 $3,000. I mean, it would just cost so much more. But I was in Italy on that trip. We're going next year. We've gone 4 times, so that tells you it's really good. But I was in Italy with my family, and I get a call, and the time difference is such, it was late. I got a call from Morgan Lewis saying one of our attorneys took a case, a pro bono case, a different legal services organization. They thought it was going to settle. Instead, it's going to a BSEA hearing. Can you help? Because that other organization doesn't have anybody to help her. That was Stephanie. We met. We crammed for that hearing. She did an amazing job. The one day of hearing we had, that night, BPS called and gave the family everything that they needed. The funny part of that story is I'm actually, it's a long story, still involved with that young man 6 years later. You know, these relationships we build with our clients are long-lasting. But Stephanie has done an amazing job. She was today texting. We have several cases working right now, and she's always there. And Stephanie, some folks want to say something to you before you come up.
Hi, Stephanie. This is Anna. Hey, Julia. We just wanted to say thank you so much for all the work you do behind the scenes for us.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie, for supporting me all these years, and congratulations on the award you got.
Hi, Stephanie, Henrietta, and both here, Miss Ariel. Yes. We heard that you're getting an award in what is been given and you would say congratulations. We cannot think of anyone more deserving. Your compassion, understanding, and professionalism is outstanding. Thank you so much for making us feel that we are your only client, because though we know we're not, you're kind, and please stay that way. Thank you. Now, about Lucas.
Stephanie, come on up.
Wow, that was overwhelming. I am honored to receive this award from the Youth Advocacy Foundation. It really is unexpected and a great honor, so thank you very much. Thank you to Michelle. You've been an incredible mentor. I've learned so much from you about education law and how to be a zealous advocate for my clients. Thank you. Thank you to Morgan Lewis. I wouldn't be here tonight if it was not for the firm's support of pro bono and this particular pro bono work and my work with YAF the past 6-7 years. To all my colleagues who are here tonight, thank you for coming out and for supporting me. It's nothing to do with commercial real estate, so I really appreciate your time and all of your support. To my husband, Dave Ferracci, thank you for your support. You've really helped me with these cases from a litigator's perspective, and been a really good sounding board, so thank you. And really, the thanks goes to Henrietta and Peggy and Lilani and for all of my other families that I work with. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your education team and for working with you. And really, I share this award with you guys because you've put in the effort, you've had the heartache and the frustrations, and I'm just really grateful to be working with you all. For anyone here tonight who hasn't been part of YAF or been involved, I encourage you to get involved. It's really life-changing work, and it's very good. So thank you all. Thank you.
All right, and now I'm pleased to introduce YAF's president and CEO, Marlise Spaniard, who is also the director of the Ed Law Project, the organization that YAF funded and grew for 23 years before it became an official part of CPCS in 2023. She will recognize the YAF and Ed Law staff, the fabulous board who is here of YAF, and introduce the Voices group, which I mentioned earlier, and the winner of the Commitment to Justice awardee.
Hello. Thank you so much for being with us on this Friday evening. As we continue to navigate the shifting federal landscape and its impact on our clients, communities, and our loved ones, it feels good to be together in fellowship, so really appreciate you being here. This event brings together defenders of all types. We have CPCS leadership and staff, some who came all the way from Springfield, social workers, private bar attorneys, legal service attorneys, policy advocates, and those of you who are here supporting our work. Your presence tonight is a powerful reminder that we are not alone in this work. We are part of a resilient, passionate, and united community committed to justice. Among this remarkable group is the one that I have the privilege to lead, the YAF and Ed Law team. Day in and day out, our YAF and Ed Law team works incredibly hard to push back against new and troubling developments that are fueling the school-to-prison pipeline. I want to take a moment to recognize them. They hate this part of the evening, but could you all please stand? I'm so grateful for each of you. I encourage everyone here to take the time to get to know them. They're not only dedicated and deeply committed to this work, but they're incredibly smart. I want to just share with you that probably the highlight of my week is our staff meetings where I can listen to them think out loud. It's a real pleasure. So thank you all. A special thanks goes to Jackie and Michelle, who year after year pour their hearts into making this event a success. Everything wonderful about tonight is a reflection of their hard work and care. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. And while we have our hands warmed up, can we also give a round of applause to our board of directors? Could I have them stand up? As many of you know, a position on a board of directors of a nonprofit is a volunteer position. These fabulous people dedicate their time and talents to YAF, and we appreciate each and every one of them. Next up in our program, we are going to hear more about our Voices project. We introduced you to Voices last year, and we are excited to share what they have been up to. You are going to hear from two members, Dream Gillenwater and Ania Durham. We are thrilled to have the Voices art display outside, which I hope you have had a chance to enjoy. If not, it's going to stay out there through dessert. And yes, there is dessert. There's ice cream and cupcakes coming. I'm not going to say so much more about them because they're going to share more about the work that they're doing. So, Dream and Ania.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ania Durham.
And I am Dream. On behalf of this year's Voices cohort, we're honored to stand with such fierce and dedicated advocates working for educational equity.
Massachusetts consistently leading the ranks for public education in the United States. However, students who look like us, students with disabilities, students of color, students living within a certain zip code, have been systematically excluded from expressing that truth.
Voices stands for Voices of Impacted Communities Ending the School-to-Prison Pipeline. It is a supportive space for current and former students, parents, and young adults to come together and collaborate, grounded in their lived experiences.
Monthly, we work together to identify systematic and interpersonal challenges contributing to the school-to-prison pipeline in our local context. Outside in the lobby, you can find the finished product of our latest photo voice project.
Wait, where are we? Sorry, guys. Voices brings in what our schools push out. We are community ambassadors who are experts in our lived experiences, working in unity to disrupt the school-to-prison pipeline.
Supporting the Youth Advocacy Foundation directly support us. Thank you all for being here this evening, and have a fabulous night.
Thank you, Voices, all the members. Can I have all the members stand up? Not everybody came up and spoke, but there are a lot of members here. I love the assist from Richie for those that didn't want to stand. So I appreciate the assist there. I want to say thank you for putting together the art installation. You have created something that invites reflection, connection, and conversation, and that is no small thing. Thank you for sharing your vision with us and for using your voices in such a meaningful way. It is now my profound honor to introduce tonight's Commitment to Justice Award recipient, Ms. Edith Bazil. I've still got a lot to say about you, Edith. So, Edith is a relentless advocate, visionary educator, and courageous voice for equity in public education. For more than 3 decades, Edith has stood on the front lines of justice, not in the courtrooms, but in the classrooms. Her journey has taken her from speech-language pathology to senior leadership in Boston Public Schools and to serving as executive director of Black Advocates for Educational Excellence. At every step, she has championed the right of every child, especially those with disabilities and from historically marginalized communities, to learn in environments that honor their culture, voice, and potential. Edith has shaped policy, mentored generations of educators, and worked tirelessly to dismantle systemic inequities. She has touched the lives of thousands of students and led with the unwavering belief that culturally responsive teaching isn't just best practice, it is justice in action. You will be hard-pressed to find anyone whose eyes light up as much as Edith's when the topic of literacy is mentioned. As a member of the City of Boston's Literacy Task Force, Edith brings passion and insight to advancing equitable access to literacy for all. In addition to accepting this award, Edith will be sharing some powerful reflections on literacy and its connection to the school-to-prison pipeline. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our Commitment to Justice Award recipient, Ms. Edith Bazil.
Thank you, Marlise. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And thank you for everyone that's part of YAF, and especially for all of you who are here supporting this very important work. So, I don't know, who's going to fire up the PowerPoint? Jackie? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I wanted to begin with a quick journey back to your favorite childhood book. Just think of the book that you loved as a child, because this is about reading matters. You know, maybe it was about talking animals, magic wardrobes, or friendship between a spider and a pig. What was your favorite childhood story? No judgment. If you're feeling brave enough, I want you to turn to your intimate elbow partner and share your favorite childhood book. Take a moment and do that right now. So you've proven my point. You have proven my point. So, you've proven my point. Not only does reading matter, but literacy is a conversation starter. It's really important. So, why did I start there? I started there because stories shape us. They shape how we can imagine, connect, and make sense of the world. Those early sparks of imagination continue to influence the way we think, lead, and create. Next slide. So I want you to meet Justin. His ride or die favorite was Frog and Toad Are Friends, and he was obsessed. Next slide. He was so obsessed that he insisted, as I read his favorite book, that he wear a frog costume. Well, that was the closest I could find. I know it's possibly a dinosaur or maybe a lizard. Either way, he was committed. Method acting, toddler edition. As Justin got older, he didn't just listen. He started reading his favorite parts aloud, and his reading was dramatic. Like if Frog was a Broadway monologue, Justin was ready. But then came 4th grade. Next slide. I got one of those calls from his school. Say it with me. Say it out loud. That's what I heard. Was he sick? Nope. An accident? Nope. Justin had been asked to read his 4th grade science textbook aloud in class. That's when things changed. He slammed his book down to the floor and kicked it. Then he ran out of the classroom while his teacher tried to block him, straight past the principal, dodging and nearly body checking staff like he was auditioning for the Patriots. When they found him in the bathroom, Justin blurted out, "I hate reading. I'd rather die than read." Justin was expressing his feelings the only way he knew how, and his embarrassment was mistaken for aggression or worse. He was sent home for being defiant and disruptive, and I had to get medical clearance before returning. You know how it goes. I knew something was wrong because that wasn't Justin. You see, next slide. Once when we were at the fish market buying lobster, Justin carefully picked one out. He carried the bag home like it was a goldfish. Then he went upstairs to do his homework. When he came back down and saw that I had cooked it, he burst into tears. "Mom, what did you do?" You see, I was shopping for dinner. Justin was choosing a pet. He had even given it a name, Jerry. We ended up burying Jerry in the backyard. And I ordered pizza for dinner. That's how gentle and loving Justin was. But after that one school incident, everything changed. Justin was constantly in the office, not because he was doing anything wrong, but because he was labeled as troubled. One click. He was referred to special education, and there I was, a special education administrator, sitting in my own son's IEP meeting when the psychologist looked me in the eye and said, "Click." Can you say that out loud, everyone? One click. Well, I blinked hard. I blinked even twice. and said, "Wait, what?" to myself. I felt like I was being punked by my own profession. Are the cameras around? I was in a meeting that I usually led, and my input was ignored. The team recommended a substantially separate classroom for students with emotional impairment, and I objected. The truth was, Justin wasn't emotionally impaired. He was dyslexic and exhausted from trying to hide it. Now he was being misclassified and recommended for a program that would focus on his frustration instead of his potential. I filed a BSEA hearing and got Justin the support which he was entitled to. And this is why YAF is so critical to this work of advocacy, and I'm honored to serve on the YAF board to help change systems so literacy becomes a guarantee, not a gamble. Next slide. Because I believe if we build a student's confidence as a reader, we're not just helping them read books, we're helping them to write their own story. One click. And sometimes the story starts with a frog costume and ends with a future leader. Thank you very much.
What an amazing story, Edith. Wow. And now I want to, the best part of these events, right, every year annually, is when we hear from the clients, right? We hear from the students who can tell their stories in their own words and their own voices, and how access to education advocacy against adversity with dyslexia has made a difference in their lives. And we have one specific student who I think Michelle is going to introduce, right?
I would have never thought 9 years ago when I got a call from, our helpline got a call from Peggy Eugene Lalani, who's going to be talking to you in a minute, mom, and Lalani was in 3rd grade. And her story was a lot like Justin's in a way. At that time, you'll appreciate this, Delon, she was in Metco. Ooh. But in her Metco school, she had undiagnosed learning disability, and she was avoiding reading. And the school called again and again, and but thankfully, we have an incredible pro bono panel. And I think Lalani's gone through a patent attorney, estate planning attorney, and now a commercial real estate attorney who, with the support of the Ed Law Project, have worked with Lalani. Her story is in the book, but I'm going to let her tell it to you. Lalani Voltaire.
Hello, my name is Lalani, and I want to share my journey and the many challenges I have faced throughout my education experience. Since the 3rd grade, I had the fortune to work with Youth Advocacy Foundation, YAF, a partnership that has truly changed my life. During group reading sessions in school, I have often found myself stumbling over my words, feeling embarrassed when I, mix up simple terms like box and fox. Additionally, living with ADHD made it difficult for me to concentrate. And unfortunately, my school wasn't able to provide support I desperately needed until YAF stepped in to help my mother and me navigate conversations with the school to improve my individual education plan, IEP, which is essential for my growth in reading. I cherish my early memories of YAF, especially in the meetings we had. Once they got involved, I was pulled into special reading groups designed to build my skills. And slowly but surely, I reached my grade level in my reading. YAF ensured I received the academic support I needed, both during school and after school, providing help in person and online. I have a deep trusting YAF is particularly Michelle, who has been by my side since I was in 3rd grade. Her presence has been invaluable as I've grown up. I feel a strong desire to give back to Michelle and the YAF because their unwavering support has meant so much to me. I'm also grateful for the lawyers at Morgan Lewis, starting with Larry Stanley, up to Stephanie Faraci. Sorry. She has been there for me since my time at Southeastern Votech. She deserves the award she has received tonight. Thank you, Stephanie. As a child, I often felt overwhelmed and would lock up emotionally, sometimes even crying and hiding under tables during difficult moments. YAF recognized that my reactions were linked to my disabilities and connected me with specialists who taught me how to manage my emotions and articulate my feelings in constructive ways. They advocated for me fiercely, ensuring I received the extra reading help I needed, which included attending programs called Linda Bell for 2 summers. The experience was tremendously beneficial for my reading and development. Today, I found joy in reading during my free time, with my journey beginning with a Garfield comic book. From there, I delved into fantasy novels. I have grown to appreciate reading in all its forms. Now, as a high school student, I'm proud to say that my reading level has reached to a college standard. Also successfully, thank you. I also successfully obtained my electrical co-op position, which I'm employed, which I hope will pave the way for me to join the electrical union and eventually become a master electrician. My dream is to start my own electrical company one day. None of this would have been possible without the support of YAF. They provided the foundation I needed to excel in school, enabling me to achieve the grades that made me eligible for the co-op opportunity. Moreover, thanks to them, I now possess the emotional, reading, and professional skills to succeed in the workplace. I take pride in my punctuality and hard work, driven by my desire to represent my school and my community positively. The beginning of my school journey was rocky, but the assistance I received from the Youth Advocacy Foundation allowed me to overcome those early struggles and grow. They stood up for me when no one else would, making a profound and lasting impact on my life. Without the support, I truly believe I wouldn't be the person I am today, and immensely grateful for everything they have done for me. Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible story, Leilani. And what's amazing about it is as someone who is also dyslexic, who's also struggling with reading, we just need a little extra time. That's it, Some of y'all need extra time on the dance floor, So some of y'all need extra time in the bathroom, Some of y'all need a lot of time in the bathroom. We just need some extra time, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's an amazing story, amazing story. Leilani is just one of the many students that are supported by all that YAF does in Ed Law. So thanks to the financial support you all give to this organization, they can keep doing what they do. And you know how they keep doing what they do is by you going to that silent auction back there. So make sure that you're still checking into that. I just want to mention also the art that is, I love that they're giving art as the award, right? You can put that in your bathroom, okay? You can put that in your house, and it's not just a plaque on the wall we have to explain, but it's a lovely piece of art. That it comes from Artists for Humanity. These are young artists that create this art, and all of the proceeds go to these young artists. I think that is amazing. Was whoever's idea that was, it's brilliant. To support people. Go ahead. Yeah, amazing, amazing. So keep doing the silent auction, and we're going to ask you for a little more help toward the end of the program. There might be a little song or ditty to encourage you to donate some more. We're now going to hear from another student with an amazing story of incredible resilience and not giving up on your dreams. But before we hear from that student, we are going to bring up his Ed Law attorney, Diana Howitt, to share an update on the class action lawsuit that Ed Law and others have filed against DSES, and then she will introduce our next speaker. Come on up, Diana.
Thank you, Delon. Hi, everyone. I'm so grateful to all of you for being here and for giving me this moment to discuss this systemic project, and most importantly, to introduce the next star of our show, Jared Campbell. Not yet. Before I dive into that, I want to start with a huge thank you to Jared's family and support system for being here with us today. I've seen you stand behind this young person in such a special and meaningful way, and I know that our work as a small part of Jared's team means nothing and goes nowhere without all of your work to raise him up and support him unconditionally. I'm so happy you're all here. As many of you know, young people can be eligible for special education services through age 22. Which can be really meaningful for young people who need transition services. The purpose of special education is to prepare young people for whatever it is they want to do after high school. So access to services can be very meaningful during the crucial years of late adolescence and emerging adulthood. But unfortunately, in Massachusetts, at 18 years old, young people who are charged with crimes are tried as adults and go into the adult legal system. That means that if they're held in jail or have to serve a sentence in jail, they go into the adult jail system rather than to the Department of Youth Services. So, until we raise the age, we have this population of 18 to 22-year-old students who are both eligible for a full educational program and are being held in a jail where there is no high school. By law, the State Department of Elementary and Secondary Education is responsible for these students. They have to provide them with the special education services that they're entitled to. But as we have seen over years of research and engagement with this issue, the system they have in place to do that does not work. The students are not identified, and when they are identified, they either get no services or very inadequate services. The result is often that they age out of special education eligibility while they're sitting in jail with no access. So last year, in partnership with the Mental Health Legal Advisors Committee and our pro bono partners at Latham & Watkins, we took on a case to address this issue on a systemic basis. We filed a class action lawsuit against the State Department of Education asking that they fix it, that they provide to all eligible students in county houses of correction across the state the comprehensive educational program that they're entitled to. That was a dramatic pause. Thanks. We are in the thick of that litigation now, and things are moving slowly and steadily ahead as they do. And all of us, the team at EdLaw, our partners at MHLAC and Latham, and our clients, remain focused on our goal of a system that works. But the part of this process that has been most meaningful to me has been the opportunity to meet and work with the young people who find themselves caught in this broken system. I've been able to look to our clients when I've felt discouraged or like we have a long way to go. Because though they are up against what can sometimes look like insurmountable obstacles, within an environment where they have to fight for every minute of education that they get, They maintain their drive to go to school. And I am so excited that you'll get to hear from one of those young people tonight in our next speaker, Jared Campbell. Not yet, right? Sorry. I'm gonna talk about you first. When I first met Jared, he was being held in the Worcester County Jail on charges that he knew would eventually be dismissed. But the legal system moves slow. He went in when he was just 18 years old, and he sat for a long time. And Jared told me when I met him that he wanted his high school diploma. And he'll tell you the details, but he had a ways to go. He had a lot of credits left to finish, and given his particular situation, there was a lot of red tape in the way of getting him access to any school at all. But what I found most striking about working with Jared is that he never moved off that spot. He always stayed confident that through patience and diligence and consistency, he would get to his goal. He didn't need a plan B. While sometimes the world's low expectations and assumptions can encourage young people to settle for second best or limit their own potential, Jared so consistently wanted to achieve his goal. This young person, caught in a system designed to hold him back, did not need a plan B. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to work alongside this incredible young person, and so happy he is here with me today with both his diploma and his freedom, ready to share his story with you. I am honored to turn it over to our next speaker, Jared Campbell Jr.
So, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here. And I just want to say, as Diana has already mentioned, my name is Jared Campbell. I would like to share a little bit about my past and present with you all. Before I start, I want to give some thanks to God, to my grandparents, and to the rest of my family, and to Diana and Richie and the LR Project. So basically, I just want to start before my incarceration. I would like to share a little bit of my past and present. So I'm going to start this story. Before my incarceration, I faced difficulties as a young person. I had to fight a case as a juvenile. I had to watch my friend pass away in front of me. There's a lot of trauma throughout my adolescence, but I always fought hard to prioritize school. I was making progress toward graduation until 4 months into 2021. I got arrested on severe charges and sent to an adult jail. I didn't make it out again until almost 4 years later. I got to the county in Worcester, and there were no programs, there was no school, but it was still my goal to get my diploma. My lawyer, Michelle Mencken, got in touch with Diana at Law Project, and they worked very hard to give me access to my education in Worcester. It wasn't easy. It wasn't a month. It took almost a year for me to be able to get my education rights and to be able to start my schooling in the jail. I was so determined to finish. Some days I was only able to work for an hour. Some days I had a few hours. Some days I had no time at all. Okay. But every chance I got that they gave me, I took no matter what else was going on. Being in jail was not easy. I was away from my family. I was away from opportunities. I missed out on vacations. I went from being a teenager to an adult. As the court process took a long time, I went through a lot of ups and downs, but even through the downs, I kept my eyes focused on my goals. After 3.5 years, my case was dismissed, and as I first came home, I struggled with trying to get everything done. But my main focus was getting my diploma. I still had a deadline to finish my classes as I was doing my schoolwork. I was also in my grandfather's program, getting my OSHA 30. I would say out of everything I accomplished in the 4 months that I've been home, getting my diploma was truly the happiest goal I accomplished because of the struggle, the process, and the time that it took for me to go through it. Now I'm currently working with my grandfather, Reverend Emmanuel Hutchison. I'm helping out with my family painting and carpentry business. So, yeah, I mean, in the next 5 years, I see myself being a family man. I see myself owning properties and making smart investments and being happy, continuing to celebrate all life's ups and downs through the good, the bad, and the learning process of it all. And to the people in the room that are working with young people, I would say to them, show them that you care, show them that you are there for them in rough times, and try to be as genuine as possible, because that goes a long way. That builds trust in times where trust is hard to come by. And also some words of encouragement for anybody that is going through a rough time, or for anyone who has been in my shoes. It's not the end for us, it's only the beginning. It's about what you do with your time and how you manage it. You can either take time and learn from it and grow in your circumstances, or you can be mad at life and let your circumstances take control of you. I was able to make the best of my situation and continue to grow, and grow closer to God as well. Again, thank you to my family, Diana and Richie in the LR Project, my family in the room for being here, and for everyone who showed up today to support this important, showed up today to support this important cause. Thank you.
Amazing, Jared, amazing. Thank you for sharing your story. And this entire table is your family. All right, give it up for Jared's family too. Yes. The story of resilience it never ceases to not strike a chord with me. It's beautiful, it's amazing. Jared, can I ask you, we're gonna do a raffle, if I can ask you to come back up and pick one. We won't announce it, but just stand up here and we'll pick one in a second. Now to you all. Back to you all. It's the time you've been waiting for. I know you've been dying to know who's gonna win this Celtics. I don't sport. I don't, I know. But I know you do here in Massachusetts, the Celtics, the hockey, the Red Sox, all the things, and I'm glad for you. I'm really glad for you. And somebody's gonna be very excited by this package of 2 Loge tickets to the playoff game. The playoffs are happening, amazing. You get early entrance to the warm-up near the court side. They'll take a photo center court with the Celtics photographer. It's a lot of stuff. 2 Loge tickets, you ready? And if they're not in the playoffs, it's any game. Listen, boo. See, what did you do, Michelle? What did you do? Excuse me, Jackie. Dang, they're gonna be in the playoffs. No, we've claimed it because we're here giving money for that, right? Great, but if you haven't had a chance to put your raffle in, there's still time, and that time is right here, right now. If you would like to. There are tickets left. This is the last chance, and it's an incredible deal. 2 Loge tickets, courtside, early entrance, the warm-up, the picture center court. All of the tickets were just $100, which means you have good odds because there were only 100 tickets. And you can get, say again? Yes. You can get more than one if you would like. These are, Michelle is trying to let you know that these are her grandchildren who are adorable and beautiful, and they're selling the tickets. How can you refuse her grandchildren? How can you? She's the heroine of the YAF. And Jackie's daughters? You cannot refuse her grandchildren. So we also have these volunteers. They're all in blue. Raise your hand if you would like to buy a raffle ticket or you would like to buy an extra raffle ticket because you already bought one. Say again? World Cup tickets? Now listen, we got to deal with the Celtics first, my friend. Celtics first. So there's one over there. Thank you, Jared. Well, we'll do the Jeopardy. I think this gentleman back here, is that you, sir? Also want to buy one? Yes. Awesome. I mean, it's a good deal. $100, 2 tickets. And I think, are they just coming up and putting it up here? They're just coming up and putting it up here, right? Okay, great. Beautiful. Oh, shoot. You know what Michelle just told me? 2 years ago, the person that bought a raffle ticket at the very last second is the person that won. And you know what they won? The presidency of the United States. Kidding. If only. If only. Few more minutes. Anybody else? Few more minutes, seconds until we pull this. Again, that's 2 loge tickets to the side. I don't even know where the loge is, friends. 2 loge. It's great seats around the bowl. Yeah, they're great though. Oh, they serve food? You had me at food. Just as that is happening, I'll also say, remember that the silent auction will be happening after the event as well. You did? Great. Oh, really? Okay. I think just one. Okay, great. I just also want to let you know, if you're trying to donate via the link and you're having difficulty because of the walls in the, get on the ballroom Wi-Fi. It's a Charles Ballroom Wi-Fi. It's open. And also get on Instagram and tell your friends to donate too. I think we've got everybody? Last call. Anybody else want to buy a raffle ticket? Last call. Hands up. Great. Are we good? All right, here we go. One more. Okay, uno más. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Yeah, so spin it around. Jared's going to choose the winner. Yep. And the winner is Roy Yeoman. All right, Roy Yeoman. Congratulations. Where's Roy? Okay, you don't have to be here to win. Okay, great. Well, listen, good on you, Roy. Congratulations. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate you so much for being the volunteer. Oh, yes. Oh, raffle tickets. Got it. Okay. And thank you all. Thank you all for your generosity, for being here to celebrate with us, and for bidding on the auction items. Like I keep saying, that's also amazing. We know a lot of you have already given your financial support, and you also have come here to giving your time as well. But maybe something you've heard from Jared or Lalani or from the YAF staff, from Michelle or from Ducci, from any of the lawyers who have come up, that makes you want to dig a little deeper, you can still do that. There's still time. Or if someone brought you here, maybe you're a guest with someone and you've been inspired and you want to help out, you can also do that by going to that link and donating. I have to say, we are trying to raise $10,000 tonight, yes, thank you, $10,000 tonight, which is a lot of money, but I want to say, like I said, I've hosted this event twice before in 2020, and both times that I hosted the event, we did raise $10,000. We did, so I know that we can do it. And I would be a little embarrassed if we didn't do it this time. So don't get behind me. Donate the money if you could. In a minute, my friend and I, Deb Popple, we're gonna sing a little song for you that she wrote, and you can go out and see some of the voices work, because they were also here tonight, and again, be inspired by Lalani and Jared. But if that isn't enough for you, let me tell you just a little bit more about where your donations go in this fund in need that we're doing, where we're trying to raise this $10,000. YAF has created a client assistance fund that, among other things, provides emergency support for our clients, sometimes in need of things like for their educational services that their attorneys have set up for them. That fund addresses the basic needs of food, school supplies, clothing, electronics, and even housing. YAF also provides transportation access, temporary housing assistance, independent evaluations to help students prevail in their cases against school districts. So their money is going to all of that, and we have actually specific numbers that I'm gonna talk about here coming up. But this year, YAF has been able to help many of their clients safely get to and from school and work, access to food, shelter, all the basic needs that we all need to be able to just be present in school. So if we can raise this $10,000 tonight, we can help 75 to 150 clients this coming year. If you donate double that, obviously we can help more people with more significant needs, right? We now have amazing social advocates that Marlise introduced to you earlier, who have been supporting the education clients and the education of the clients and their learning, and with what else they need to escape the school to prison pipeline. We also know that everything that you pledge right now will go directly to YAF and EdLaw clients. Here are the numbers, which I think are amazing. All of the grant and financial assistance made by the Youth Advocacy Foundation to its clients will be guided by YAF's mission. So they've given $100 for a gift card for food, $250 for a phone, a basic need just to stay in communication, $500 for clothing, $50 for school supplies, $750 for a computer. You literally can't do anything without a computer today, without internet access, right? How can you go to school? $100 for an Uber ride or a T-Pass, $1,000 for temporary housing, which is often needed by the older students who can't find housing or find themselves unhoused or homeless and need a safe place to go, $2,500 for an independent education assessment, $5,000 for an independent neurological evaluation. So YAF needs your help. Please help YAF and these vulnerable students in Massachusetts by donating tonight. Yes, there's some.
Here I come.
Please.
If you're having trouble finding it, it's in your bidding app, like so. And at the top, it says Give to YAF. I believe it's that button. And then it'll give you different amounts or custom. And thank you, Eliza. Eliza found it. I don't know where she is, but thank you, Eliza.
Annie Childs. Awesome. Ashley Davis. Oh, we're going to call people out now. Ashley Davis, thank you. Ryan, thank you. Ryan Hanafi, appreciate you. Mary Kazaban, are they coming up over there too? Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Miriam Conrad, thank you so much. So while you all keep donating, we're gonna come back and ask you for more donations. But my friend Deb Popple and I are gonna do a little ditty for you that she wrote, just in the spirit of everything today. Come on, Deb. Yeah, we can use the handle too. Let's see. Turn it on, huh? There we go. Yeah. Do you want to do it back and forth?
Yes, because I wrote this spontaneous stuff that we're going to say now. So, Delon,
Yes.
have you ever noticed how crazy English is? I mean, I'm a lyricist, so I'm obsessed with rhymes, but so many English words that look like they would rhyme actually don't. Like all those OUGH words like cough and dough.
Yes, and tough and through. Why does it have to be so hard, Deb? It's actually miraculous that anyone learns to read the English language.
Right? And you're dyslexic. That must have made the arbitrariness of English even more frustrating.
Amen to that, sister. Let me tell you something. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Sing words that should have rhymed but didn't side by side. And after spending years thinking I would never read, oh yes indeed, I finally did succeed, but it was hard, 'cause English blows. I mean D-O-E-S is does, but G-O-E-S is goes. Unless it's does like deer, of course. But here's another bummer. I'm telling you that number looks like it should rhyme with plumber.
Oh, you're so right. You speak the truth. Like, have you noticed South doesn't rhyme with youth, although they're spelled the same, and maybe it's banal, but it's a shame that anal doesn't rhyme with canal. And come and home don't sound the same. And also note that sesame don't rhyme with became, and good don't rhyme with food, and here don't rhyme with there. So when it comes to reading, English doesn't play fair.
It took all my strength not to fall apart. My parents and my teachers helped me not lose heart. I spent so many nights trying hard to persevere, and now I'm here with an acting career because I read, which looks like bread, which only rhymes in past tense 'cause read turns into red. But those are spelled the same, which really blows my mind, which doesn't rhyme with wind, but wait, it rhymes with wine.
We're almost done. Just let me say that wallet and mallet don't rhyme with ballet, and love don't rhyme with move. I tell ya, that's not nice. And furthermore, apprentice ought to rhyme with entice.
But with your help, we will survive. As long as we know how to read, we know that we will thrive. So please do not be schmucks. Please give us all your bucks, and we'll survive. We will survive. Can we give it up for Deb one more time? She wrote that. Come on. I don't know how many of you write anything, but when you do write something, it's hard to write, period. But then to take something that already exists and then try to make it work is astounding. Let's see where we are with the bidding. Come on. We're past halfway. We can get further. Keep going, friends. Keep going. If you know what, if we get a little more than halfway, maybe I'll sing another song. $5,200 something. That's amazing. That's amazing. You can also, I should say, you can also continue to donate after, right? If the spirit moves, you take your program. You can also donate after, and don't forget our auction items in the back. That is heading toward the end of the program here, but we want to give a few more minutes for anything to people to donate. I also. Again, it means so much to me that the advocacy that you all do. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the people who shared their stories tonight. Thank you all for being here. It's been amazing. Thank you, Stephanie Faraci. I see you, girlfriend. Appreciate you. $6,100. Keep going, friends. Come on, Jimmy Horn. Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't care. Go ahead, Jimmy Horn. That is amazing. $7,100. Wow. Yeah, listen. I'll use this one. I will sing another song if we can get this money up. Can we get? Do you want to sing, Bob? Oh, sing with me. Let's keep going. Yes, $7,300. Denise, come on, Denise. Keep it going, y'all. Keep it going, y'all. Do you want to come up, Robert? Would you like to come up and sing a song? With me? I don't know any songs. Bob Saud, yeah. What do you got? Please, no, you have to take this.
I have to sing. I have to sing.
$8,100.
$8,100.
I'll stay here for moral support.
All right. Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round. Money makes the world go round, it makes the world go round. A mark, a yen, a buck or a pound, a buck or a pound, a buck or a pound. Money makes the world go round, that clinking, clanking sound of money, 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 money. Mark a yen, a buck or a pound, that clinking, clanking, clunking sound, it makes the world go round. Did we raise any money?
Yes, almost $1,000.
All right, your turn.
Almost, okay. I will sing. I'll sing one if we can get $1,000 more, right? While I sing. Were thine that special face, that face which fills my dreaming, were thine that rhythmed grace, with thine the form so lithe and slender, with thine the arms so warm, so tender, with thine the kiss divine, with thine the love for me. Money, money, money.
What's happening?
Come on.
Oh, come on, people.
That makes me feel my dreaming. Come on. I'll keep going. When all these charms are thine, then you'll be mine, oh mine.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, wait, there's also, Michelle has a song too right now. No, I'm kidding. There is, thank you. Oh, goodness.
Rosa.
Jimmy Horn. Wow. We did it. Jimmy Horn. Wait, Jimmy, can Jimmy stand up? Jimmy Horn, stand up. Who's Jimmy Horn? Jimmy Horn. Come on, Jimmy Horn. Wow. That's amazing. Remember, silent auction in the back. Remember to please check out the Voices exhibit. That really moved me. That's really, really beautiful in the back there. Also, there's dessert. There's coffee. The bar is still open. So is the donations. And there'll be music. And like I said, maybe you want to dance if you have a drink or something like that. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time, your donations, and your advocacy. Appreciate you all. Thank you.